Hi everyone. Hello to all motorcycle riders whose passion is riding motorcycles wherever you are. Passion for motorcycles and global research. That's my passion in life. And I started this when I was like 8, 9 years old. And I'm going to show you some of the motorcycles that I have owned and what I did and where I went. For those who may not know, this is a 50cc Honda. I believe this is a 1964 or 65, I can't remember. But this is my first motorcycle in the Philippines. And the only way I can own this is if it has a sidecar. Why? Because I cannot afford to buy a motorcycle by itself, number one. Number two, my parents will not buy me this motorcycle. Whatever, you know, we're not that well off. Anyway, I was called Tricycle Boy in the Philippines from 1964 to 1968. The reason being is that I wanted to make money and start to be able to leave home at a as early as possible. All I wanted is some money and my high school diploma. I wanted to be independent as soon as possible. Anyway, they bought this for 1,600 pesos, Philippine pesos, and I have to pay them 5 pesos every day, whether I make money or not. But fortunately, I made so much money and that I had to have 2 separate bank accounts. The other bank account is for show. The other bank account is so that nobody can see how much money I really have. And today, I'm here in the United States, and this is what I own now. A 2022 R1250 GS Adventure. And I believe this is going to be my last motorcycle. And I have no choice about that. This is my second motorcycle in 1974 Honda XL 175. Lots of fun and long distance work to commute through the mountains and rough roads. I was working for the Philippine National Bank, and the bank is from the city where I live is about, if I remember correctly, about 291 kilometers that I had to do on weekends. Anyway, lots of fun. Here in the United States, I bought this R80. Again, lots of fun. I love this motorcycle. Then I bought also a R65. It's not much fun because there's a lot less of horsepower, and I believe riding this on the freeway is not very safe. I also have this. I'm not sure if this is R80 or R90/6, but that's the original color, red and black. Unbelievable, but it's true. A young motorcycle cop from Italy, an Italian police motorcycle cop that I met in Italy when I was traveling around the world, and I was traveling around Europe. Then I came back from Europe and I bought this 1991 K100 RS to travel from USA, Canada, and Mexico. That's a lot of places that this motorcycle has done. It comes with a saddlebag, fairing, and a little bit of fairing in the front. This is not a favorite of mine because in stop-and-go traffic, I can get the heat coming from the center of the engine, coming into my face and my body. So it's not really a fun bike for me. But I was able to travel many thousands of miles on this motorcycle and without any brakes. I also joined an 86 hours ride from from where is this? From Mexico all the way to Canada, Medicine Hat, Canada, and back to California. And those are the checkpoints. There are 5 checkpoints from Ruidoso, New Mexico, Taos, New Mexico, Estes Park, Colorado, Hot Springs, South Dakota, Custer Battlefield National Monument. And as you see here, they're open for 26 hours, 30 hours, 36 hours, 36, and 37. The reason for that was safety, because this ride is not a race. You cannot go before the excuse me, before they open the checkpoint, or after they open the checkpoint, or after they close the checkpoint. This is about 2,000, a little bit more than 2,000 miles. And this is the ticket that I got. And this is in 1993. And this is the map. See, we have to start from here in Mexico and go all the way to New Mexico, Denver, Wyoming, South Dakota, Montana, and into Canada. And then from Canada, after the party, head back to California. That's about 4,500 miles or 7,242 miles. From Burbank to Ciudad Juarez, Mexico is 822 miles. It took me 2 days to do that. And from Ciudad Juarez to Medicine Hat, as the mileage that I have for 6 days or 86 hours, and from Medicine Hat, Canada, back to home is 1,505 miles. That's an average of 400 miles per day, excluding side trips, and 658 kilometers per day for 11 days. It's quite tough. The problems and issues. While preparing to leave Estes Park, Colorado, which is about 7,522 feet above sea level, I was making a U-turn and a car cut me off, and I fell down and the left side mirror came off and I cannot put it back. In Hot Springs, South Dakota, there was tremendous heavy rain. I cannot see anything. I had to stop riding and check in at a local hotel and continue riding at 2 a.m. to make sure that the checkpoint will still be open for me. The bike is not good when it is very windy. That's one of my biggest complaints. Otherwise, nothing broke, and it has excellent reliability. I like that. But the windy thing, one time I was riding hard, and it was so windy, and I was fighting the wind. I'm trying to keep the bike upright, and here's what happened. A Goldwing, I was going to pass a Goldwing, and the Goldwing rider his hands were off the handlebar, and he was riding it like this. He was so confident that even the wind, he was not scared of the wind. But while I was fighting the wind on this bike, that's why I didn't like this bike. And this is what they gave me at the end of the ride, when we have a party in Medicine Hat in Canada with the mayor's attendance. This is made of wood. And they gave me this belt buckle, and that's it. And there's the mileage. There's Mexico to Canada. And this is the 18th annual Three Flags Classic. And they still do that every year these days. And I'm thinking, can I do it once more? At the end of the ride, at the party, they'll give you a raffle ticket. And with that raffle ticket, you go to the long table and find the corresponding gift that they give you to the ticket that you're holding. I went to the table and I didn't find mine. And I thought, it looks like someone took mine. So I sat down, and we're starting having a party, and they started announcing things, and they're calling some numbers. The last number that they have to call is mine. And I found out that they did not put this on the table, that for safety issue, safety concern. And I found out that this is a $500 first gear leather motorcycle that I got. And so I wore this on the way back home to California. And I still have this in excellent condition, but I hardly use it. But boy, this is a heavy jacket, very heavy. Then I bought this, before this, I bought two R100 RS. I love those twins. It's just not good enough it's not fast enough for me. And I also bought a 1974 motorcycle, BMW also, with a Kickstarter. And I like that motorcycle. And also an R90 S. That's a classic, but unfortunately it's in gray color. I didn't like that much, although it's in excellent condition, but I sold it to someone from Arizona. He went from Arizona with his trailer to come pick up the bike in California. I love this bike. Although this bike is tough, heavy, from the side stand to put it right up, or to put it on center stand, it's heavy. Now here's what's surprising. Oh, before this GT, I also bought a blue K1200 GT. Almost the same thing, exactly the same thing, but it's an S. You cannot sport, so I'm kind of in a sport position like this, and my rider hated that motorcycle. So I sold it and bought this, and I love this motorcycle. This motorcycle and me, we're like together. We're like welded together. We're like I'm like part of the motorcycle. We're not separated. That's how I feel, and that's why I love this. And it's a very fast motorcycle. I really enjoyed this motorcycle. Then I sold that and bought this. I think this is a 2011 K1600 GTL with 6-cylinder. Although this is heavier than this by at least 100 pounds, I think. This feels very light. It feels very light, especially in the front. The steering wheel seems very light, and I feel awkward with that kind of ride. It's easy to put it up on the center stand or from the side stand. It's so easy, very easy to maneuver. But I just bought it for the sake of the biggest bike that I can buy. And I think after a year or two, I sold it. I sold it in 2013. And I said, I'm retiring from riding, because I said I've owned the biggest bike of BMW, and I call it quits. Then in 2021, last year, I saw one like this in blue, a 2020, sorry about that, 2020 1250 HP. What made me interested in that is the low seat and low suspension. When I went to the owner, all I did is try the bike, put my feet on the left and the right, and I can flat foot either on left or right, but in the center, middle, I can tiptoe, and that's fine with me. I wanted to buy it right there and then, but we cannot agree on how he wanted to get paid. I said, I can pay you at the bank. And they say he doesn't like that. He said he wants me to wire the money to him, and then when the money cleared, he will give me the bike. And of course, I will not allow that to happen. What if I wired him the money and then he disappeared on me? So, from April 2021, I started looking around the entire United States. And I'm willing to go anywhere to get one. I cannot find until this dealer, the same dealer that has been delivering motorcycles to me from Escondido, got one in, I think in December. December 4, I think. So we went there. I did not even try riding it. All I wanted is to make sure that I can reach the ground with my left or right foot, or tiptoe in the middle. And I bought the bike, I paid the bike Saturday, December 4. Then Thursday, they delivered it to me. Am I going to ride again? I don't know, but I've been doing a lot of riding. I can reach as much as 250 in one day now. But my target is to be able to make a 500 for at least 10 days straight. 500 a day in order to see if my body is still capable of that. But I doubt if I will make it this year, because they already have the tickets. The tickets is January of the first year, January of the year, and then the ride will be September. So I will try to ride this year, see if I can make it for next year's raffle of tickets. The tickets before is like $110. I don't know now. Anyway, that's my one passion in life. My other passion is traveling around the world and look at the challenges facing people or humanity around the world. And I built this website, and every solutions that I have are here. So those are my passion. And if you have any question, let me know. Thank you very much. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.